please, I want you to subscribe to my channel, okay? And give my video a thumbs up. So we're here to talk about Ooni of Ife and Dr. Elizabeth. So information reaching us allegedly, because I will always remind you that what we share here, they are all alleged information, is that Ooni of Ife was begging Dr. Elizabeth's mom, to allow her come back to the palace. We do know that Elizabeth went and bought a house for herself, because this idea of the wives leaving the palace, if you're just joining, you're welcome. Please help me share the video and give the video a thumbs up, okay? So this idea of the wives leaving the palace, from what we heard, they said it was Dr. Elizabeth who initiated it. When she noticed that the king will never be happy without Queen Naomi, and secondly, Queen Naomi will not return back to that palace as long as the women are there. So it was Dr. Elizabeth who initiated that idea. And that is why you always see that the wives are fighting her, because they really want her too to leave the palace. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Thanks for watching, okay? Even when they said the king don't want her to leave the palace, they all want her to, the wives, they want her to leave. And that is why you see them saying, unless Dr. Elizabeth also leave the palace, that if she did not leave, that they are not going to leave the palace. After all, she is the one who initiated the idea of the wives leaving the palace. So they said Dr. Elizabeth went and bought a house for herself, just to prove to the women that it's not all about her. If the king says that she wants her to leave too, she is ready to leave. But because the king needs her around, because she's the only one, if you're just joining, you're welcome. Please help me share this video, okay? Please, and give the video a thumbs up. So because she's the only one that, understands the king so well, she's so understandable from what we are hearing, because I will always remind you that all these gist that we're sharing with you here, they are all alleged. So now the king don't want Dr. Elizabeth to leave, but Dr. Elizabeth wants to leave just to prove to the women that she lives by example. She went and bought a house for herself, from what we are hearing. Now, they said the king went and refunded her that money and promised her that he is going to get a property and build a royal mansion for her, that she merits it. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. That she merits a very nice royal apartment. And as we speak now, they said they are now building the house for Dr. Elizabeth. But due to the fight in the palace, it was too bad. As in, they say the kind of unhealthy competition that is going on in that palace is something that, if you are not strong enough, if you don't have coconut head, as in a very strong heart, you might not be able to withstand it. They said when the situation was too bad, Dr. Elizabeth breaks down, and her mother is her friend, from what we are hearing. Then she called her mother. Look at what is going on. They say she fell sick, and the mother now took her along with her, as in she took her home just for her to be safe, because Nano said that one ajebo, as in she have a very good heart, that every little thing get to her easily. And when the pressure in the palace was so much, they said she breaks down. And reporting to her mother don't want anything to happen to her daughter. In as much as they want her to be married to the king, they also love her and cherishes her. That's why they said the mother now took her with to their house. Then she has been out of the palace for days, from what we are hearing. They said the king is now worried. He is worried because he misses that aura, that good aura, that very nice vibe from Dr. Elizabeth. Because they said that Dr. Elizabeth is one person that will always stay with the king, make him smile and all of that. They used to joke a lot, from what we are hearing, because we do not live in the palace. So now the king misses Dr. Elizabeth so badly. But the mother don't want the child, as in the mother of Dr. Elizabeth don't want her son sorry, her daughter to be sick because of the competition in the palace. Because one thing a lot of people don't understand is that there are so much unhealthy competition in the palace of Ile-Ife Kingdom. That place is such a very big place that if you are there, you must live up to expectation. If not, they will push you aside. As a matter of fact, they said the women there, what they do is just wake up in the morning. They have their makeup artist who will always be there at their beck and call to, you know, do their makeup, take care of them. All they just do is to show up. You know, they don't do the works. They don't do house chores. They have people who are doing all of that. They are just there to show up. You know, and when you are not you are not living up to expectations, that is why they will say that this one doesn't dress well, this one doesn't look good, she doesn't look like a queen and all of that. So with all of this unnecessary, because some at some point they are unnecessary, you know, they are unnecessary. So in order to stop Dr. Elizabeth from breaking down as a result of this, they said the mother took her along with her. Then the king is now begging Dr. Elizabeth's mother to please let Dr. Elizabeth come back to the palace, that he is missing her already. And the palace is no longer fun the way it used to be whenever she is around in the palace. Because we do know that after Queen Naomi, the next person that is too dear to the king, that is close to the king's heart, is Dr. Elizabeth, from what we are hearing. So right now they say the king is begging Dr. Elizabeth's mom to please let her return back to the palace, you know, so that he will be there to comfort, she will be there to comfort him, to tell him, don't worry, Queen Naomi will return back, everything's going to be all right. And at this point, they said the gbas goes from this oil stuff. After the king acquired an oil company for Prince Tadenikawo and made Queen Naomi the CEO, they said they have been fighting the man every now and then. Every now and then. Having meetings upon meetings just to see that he bring down Queen Naomi's name as the CEO. But when I know say that one no go happen, it no go ever happen, because he has the final say. All this while, the king have, you know, make these women feel as if they are in charge, and that is why a lot of people are saying that the women are now manipulating the king, this and that. But this time around, he have said no to all their nonsense, and that is why there is always trouble right now. But whether they like it or not, he is in charge and he will remain in charge. So guys, when I saw this, I needed to share it with you. I don't know what you think. Whatever you think, please share with us on the comment section. And please subscribe to my channel if you're here to subscribe. Share this video, okay? And give the video a thumbs up. I really love you. Bye. Love you guys. Okay. Victor, I have not finished this video. Get away from the grid.
What do you want to buy our play part?